Let me get started. Good morning. This is October 15th. This is social sciences class. I'm your instructor, Mr. Townsend. So good morning. I put a poll up. I want you guys to respond to this poll. I have one person who responded. It's just an opinion poll. It's not fact. It's just an opinion. I got 2 people that voted so far. I know we haven't done these as much, but I wanted to start to incorporate these into class. So, okay. And one more person needs to vote. I don't know who that is. My question for today is, are female rappers better than male ones? I haven't got one yes. Who didn't vote? Waddell, we vote? Mr. Robinson, you vote? Okay, thank you, Waddell. Okay, thank you, Lamar. Anyone who didn't vote? Is that you, Miss Cat? 1, 2, 3, 4. That might be you, Miss Cat. Can you vote?
I did vote, so somebody else might not have.
Okay. Who did not vote? Darion, did you vote?
Where we vote at?
It should be a poll on the screen. Can you see it? It says poll in progress. And it asks you a question. Are female rappers better than
Oh, I
male?
can't see it.
Okay, thanks.
I can't see it.
Can't see it? How did you guys respond? Did you go to the polling down the bottom and hit polling? Or did it just come up on your screen?
It just popped up on my screen.
That's what I have it as a pop-up too. Yeah, it just popped. Darren, they're saying it just popped up on the screen. Are you on a cell phone by chance?
No, I'm on my computer. I don't see it.
That's okay. Let me see if I can just get I don't have everybody voting, but I can get the results up anyhow. Let's see. Okay. So I just wanted to put a poll up just as a starter today. We're going to be going back and talking about Black authors, and we shifted into a section about Black female rappers. Okay, so everybody else has just popped up. So my question to start was, are female rappers better than male? And I could say that our population sample is a little bit biased because I don't have any ladies in here right now except Miss Cat. So I've got 50% saying no and 50% saying maybe. I think with maybe another class, I would have some different demographics. But just want to find out what you thought about that. It's a little bit interesting. Okay. So our theme has been for some time now. I'm going to go back to where we were the other day. We were talking about Black authors using authenticity, intellectualism, and what was the other one? Social issues. Had a brain fart for a second there. Let me open up our recent. So our most recent person that we looked at, we have a new one today we're going to look at. I just want to review for those that may not have been here the other day. Let's see if I can get this to share properly. Okay. All right, so this is from last class. We went over, and just again, if you were not here, as a reminder, your checkpoint 1 and checkpoint 2 is due. There's all the information is on Summit. All the PowerPoints are on Summit. All the hyperlinks are on Summit. All your classes are on YouTube. What I mean by that is that every night at 1 o'clock in the morning, whatever we do in class, it uploads automatically to YouTube. So whatever you may miss in the morning, you can go to YouTube at night and recover. Okay. So our last class, we went over our checkpoint 1 and 2, kind of just reviewing some of the authors and some of the people that we found to be influential. We looked at the life of Zora Neale Hurston. We looked at some of the writings and some of the ideas of Miss Toni Morrison. And just a review, so authenticity, because these are the three ideas that are going to be overarching. When you do your bio, which is I'm going to assign that this week, which will be your final project. We'll discuss that. You're going to have to incorporate these three ideas: social issues, authenticity, and intellectualism. I know we haven't got to intellectualism. I introduced it a little bit the other day, but we're going to take that a step further today. So authenticity, these are just a review. What is it? It's something that's real. It's something that's relatable to our lives. It's something authentic. What do you define as real? Life as a fact. I would assume that right now it is 9:37 a.m. So I'm going to assume that it's a fact that the sun is in the sky, that it's real, okay? Now, if I drew my curtains, I could pretend that it was nighttime, but in actuality, it's still going to be daytime, no matter what I would like. So is what is real to you always going on with other people, same with other people? We came together that no. People have different views. A lot of that depends on who you are, where you live, how much money you have, how you view the world. So people have different views on the world. So something authentic is something that is real. So what is authentic? Somebody tell me what is authentic again, because you're going to have to use this. What is authentic? Speak, gentlemen, you can speak. Must I do it in sign language? What is real? Okay, I got somebody here. Okay, Ahmad, that's a good attempt, but you can't define a word with a word. I can't say the color blue is blue. So what is real? Authentic. If I said I had an authentic pair of Jordan 1s, what year are they from? Does anyone know that? If I had an original pair of Jordans and they were authentic, what color would they be? You guys are really young, huh? Let me see if I can share this with you.
You talking about the ones he played in the final?
I'm talking about his original black, red, and white Jordans. Let me see. For some reason I'm having. Okay, good. An airplane because a fake one can't fly. All right. That's a good analogy. I'll take that. That's pretty decent. I like that. So something that's real, something that's authentic. When you're thinking about Jordan, the reason I was just saying, a lot of times you have a lot of this stuff. You have a lot of stuff on the street. We call it knockoffs, right? You can have knockoff sunglasses. You can have knockoff shoes. You can have knockoff shirts. We call them also off-brand, right? They're Schnikes instead of Nikes, or, you got the Polo Man, but he doesn't have his little, croquet mallet. So you see these little indistinguishable things that are not real. So if I came up to you and said, hey, this belt is new, it's brand new, it's real, and you looked at the tag and you're like, why does it say $9.99? Because it's not real. It's all right, Darren, I'll take care of it. Okay. It's a knockoff. Okay. It's not real. So Black authors and all authors all authors, ever since biblical times, ever since the beginning of time, when they write something, they are trying to convey something to an audience. The whole point of me in sitting down and writing my thoughts or transcribing my thoughts is to share them with someone else. So when I sit down, when an author sits down, usually it's to tell a story. It could be a genre, it could be fiction, it could be nonfiction, historical fiction. But in this for this lesson, we're going to stick with social issues that are relatable and authentic to your life. So social issues, we said that social always involves people. It's not going to be the same for all. Social issues are not going to be the same for all. Some of us are going to feel systemic racism. Us as men, we won't experience as much misogyny, or we won't experience as much sexism as women may. But we're going to still feel the sting of systemic racism. What do I mean by that? Well, we go back to Angela Davis, and she said 1 black man in the White House does not equate for 1 million black men in the big house. Once again, that's authentic. She's talking about systemic racism. Disenfranchisement, and that's a big word. It seems very meaty and chunky, but it just means to be disenfranchised means to have opportunities, not have opportunities that others have. Disproportionate educational opportunities. It means the same opportunities that a child may get geographically 30 miles from where you live is not the same for you. Why is it not the same? Sometimes it may be budget, sometimes it may be skin color. Mass incarceration, that's a problem. That's a part of systemic racism and discrimination. So a lot of social issues that Black Americans face are those major 5 ones: systemic racism, disenfranchisement, disproportionate educational opportunities, mass incarceration, discrimination. In the last class, we looked at, I wanted you to remember the 3 ways. I'm going to go to this one. The 3 ways that authors connect, Black authors connect. And I wanted you to remember Psy. If anybody's a Ninja Turtle fan, Raphael, he carried the Psy. That's what I want you to use as an acronym. And that acronym is going to be social issues, authenticity, and intellectualism. If I didn't define intellectualism with you, we'll define it again. It is thought without emotion. Thought without emotion, which means I'm doing something. Let's say someone made me upset. Let's say someone made me angry. Instead of responding to that person, I'm able to use my brain to articulate what I feel instead of acting out in emotion. That's intellectualism. Darion, I will put down a note. Are you launched in Summit? That's your class code, by the way, for Summit. I think I did assign all for social sciences, but I will go back and look when I get an opportunity. Okay. So we talked about MC Light. We listened to it. What's the matter, Darion?
I don't like when I go to your class. I don't see none of my checkpoints.
Okay.
I see project overview.
Okay. I will. If you even have a few minutes after class, I can help you clear that up. Okay. It shouldn't take long. So we looked at MC Light. We listened to her song "Paper Thin," and we looked at some of the things that she was saying inside of her songs about some of the things that female rappers at that time were facing. Now, female rappers is a new genre because that's in my lifetime. Let's say most of these women were born in the 1970s. I was born in 77. So around the same time is when you started to see the emergence of these female MCs. And if you don't know what MC means, it just means master of ceremonies. So in the beginning, we put a poll out and we said, are female rappers better than male? And I got 2 that said no and 50% that had maybe. And maybe you're a product of your time, because Sorry about that. Would you stop, please? That's my cat. I apologize. He's a psychopath. Because of your era, you had a lot of different changes in the hip hop game and the hip hop genre since you guys were born. So we're going to look at someone called Queen Latifah today. Has anyone ever heard of Queen Latifah? Does that name mean anything to anyone? She is multifaceted. She started as a rapper. She's also had a TV show. She's been in lots. Oh, I'm not sorry. That was meant to just come to you, Darian. It was meant to come to everyone. I want to answer that question. Does anyone know who Queen Latifah is? Okay, yes. Okay, you remember her from Set It Off when she would steal the cars. Um, so you do know her from the movies. Anyone else besides Ahmad know who Queen Latifah is? Okay, cool. The reason that I was asking you this, and this goes back to our themes, is we want to keep with that SAI acronym. You might want to write that down somewhere. Social issues, authenticity, and intellectualism. Go back to the end of this MC Light one to go over the definition of intellectualism. Sorry about that. Sometimes I can get a little crammed with all this stuff on my screen. Okay. So down the bottom, we have this definition of a word called intellectualism. It is the exercise of intellect at the expense of the emotions. I'll say that one more time. It's the exercise of the intellect at the expense of the emotions. How many people respond to without even realizing it? Yes, Waddell, very good. Unity. You know your stuff there. Intellectualism. Sorry, I'm losing this. I don't know why I'm slow today. Intellectualism it's a one that takes a little bit to type, not the fastest typer, is the exercise of the intellect at the expense of emotions. Can somebody define that in your own words? What does that mean? Intellectualism is the exercise of the intellect at the expense of emotions. What's that mean? Someone paraphrase that. What is your intellect? What's your intellect? It's okay. It's all right. Let's break it down. Let's talk about it. Okay. Our intellect is our thoughts, how we think. When someone asks you a question, you refer to your intellect. You refer to your mind. Okay. What is your emotions? That one should be easy. Give me an emotion, a human emotion. You can have angry, sad, unsure, unsettled, I'm sure we all have. Okay, bold. Not that bold. Um, we know that we have emotions, and sometimes emotions have these responses. Um, when someone becomes angry at us or lashes out at us, we tend to do what? Return the favor, right? We tend to go back at them. Yes. I just, Waddell says, I despise when people lash out. It shows that they are not mentally capable of controlling themselves. That means that they don't have a good grasp of intellectualism. They don't have control. They have to refer to the emotion instead of the brain. An intellectual person would say, in a dispute or in a problem, would try to say, let's find a rational way to work through this. There must be some type of feasible resolution to this problem. Someone who uses the further end of intellectualism, they would not use intellectualism, they would use emotions. So the reason that we're bringing up intellectualism and Queen Latifah is because in the 1980s, which was the land before time, most of you, actually all of you, including Miss Cat, were not on the planet. I'm the only one. God, I feel old. But during the 1980s, rapping and rap music was a male genre. Today, it still is, particularly a, yeah, I know, laugh at me, I'm old. It's okay. So it's a lack of control. And in the 1980s, when we talked about MC Lyte, we talked about all this misogynistic views. I'm sure we all know who NWA is at this point. Luke Skywalker. I'm not talking about the guy from Star Wars. I'm talking about the rapper. There was a lot of, denigration. There was a lot of mistreatment of women, that they weren't on the same level as men, that they didn't have the same intellectual capacity, especially when it came to picking up a microphone and controlling a crowd. Like Rakim said once, MC means to me to move the crowd. But in this situation, in the 80s, women were backdoored a lot. They were put in the back seat. They were put in the background. You would see the male rapper out in the front doing his rapping and, performing. And then you would see these female, I wouldn't even say they were rappers. They were just kind of just there as scenery, part of the video. You may have seen women, dancing on the car or in the background, but they never came to the forefront of the music. All right, so let me get out of this slide and go to the one I wanted to go to, which is incomplete, but it's still good to go. Here we go. Uh-oh, I lost that. Sorry about that. Goodness, this screen sharing is not working today. Okay, can you guys see that? Miss Cat, can you see the screen?
Yeah, we can see it.
Okay, thank you. I'm sorry. I just need another human voice out there to confirm. Okay, thank you, Iman. After you laugh at me for being old, it's okay. All right, so it's okay. I don't mind. I feel great. All right, so Queen Latifah. Queen Latifah, her name was Diane Elaine Owen. She was born March 18th, 1970 in Newark, New Jersey. She's an American musician and actress whose success in the late 80s launched a wave of female rappers and helped redefine the traditionally male genre. So just like I was just talking about that in the 1980s, rap was a genre, which just means a classification of music that was dominated and controlled mostly by male rappers. She later became a very notable actress. That's how some of you guys may have known her instead of as a rapper. I remember her as a rapper. So she was given the nickname Latifah, which is simply Arabic for delicate or sensitive, as a child, and later adopted the moniker Queen Latifah. In high school, she was a member of the all-female rap group Ladies Fresh, and while studying communications at the Borough of Manhattan Community College, she recorded a demo tape that caught the attention of Tommy Boy Records, which signed the 18-year-old. She was 18 years old when she was first signed. In 1988, she released her first single, Wrath of My Madness, and the following year, her debut album, All Hail the Queen. Propelled by diverse styles, including soul, reggae, and dance, and feminist themes, it earned positive reviews and attracted a wide audience. Soon after, Queen Latifah founded her own management company. Her second album, Nature of a Sister, 1991, however, failed to match the sales of her previous effort, and Tommy Boy did not re-sign her. After signing Motown Records, she released Black Rain in 1993. The album was a critical and commercial success, and the single UNITY, which decried sexism and violence against women, earned a Grammy Award. So this, real quick, I'm just going to stop sharing for a second. Someone brought up UNYITY, which is unity. She decried sexism and the mistreatment of women. So she used intellectualism. She used her thoughts instead of her emotions. If someone was mistreating someone in your family or someone in your circle, your reaction would probably be emotional. Do you think that you would be able not to be emotional when it came to a negative reaction to someone that you cared about? So if someone did something to someone in your family, said something derogatory to one of your female family members, what would be your reaction? How would you react to it as men, since we have all mostly men in here? What would be your reaction to someone disrespecting a female family member of yours? How would you react? Okay. I appreciate the honesty, Lamar. Anyone else? I have 4 sisters, and I'm not going to let anybody, okay, same thing, Ahmad. Even in my old ripe age, I'm still not going to let anybody disrespect my sisters. So we all have females in our family, right? By definition, all humans have one female in their family because everybody has a mother. All of us have a mother. There's just no way of getting out of that. That's just part of the humanity. We all have a mother. We all have sisters. We all have who started it. It really doesn't matter who started it. It's just a matter of, I'm trying to make a point about intellectualism. We have 2 sides. Let me see if I can get I'm trying to get a whiteboard. I haven't been able to get the whiteboard up yet here. Miss Cat, do you know how to bring up a whiteboard on here on Zoom?
I'm not sure, but I think I also remember an email from the beginning of the year where Dr. Dave said that the whiteboard feature doesn't work on the students' like Chromebooks anyway.
Oh, okay.
But I mean, you could give it a shot if you know how to do it.
No, it's okay. I'll just talk through it. I just wanted to kind of like I should have made something. I should have prepped something. So what I'm trying to say is intellectualism, since our third point, if you go back up in our chat, is the exercise of the intellect. at the expense of the emotions. So on one end of the spectrum, you have the way you think, and the other one is how you feel. Okay, Waddell, so you're a negotiator. You're someone who actually exercises intellectualism. You're trying to lessen the anger on both sides. You've already expressed in class that you don't like when people lash out because they show that they're not mentally capable of controlling themselves. Um, so you would try to lessen the anger on both sides. What if there was a way to mediate between two groups of people just by using your voice? What if there was a way to lessen tension and anger simply by writing something down, by putting something in print, or even making a song about it? Do you think that would be an easier way to do it than to have to physically be involved? No? Okay. What would be your response then, Ahmad? Would it be easier for you to be involved with that physically, or, and let me rephrase the question. Will we as people always be able to tackle social injustices? Will we always be able to stop every man from being disrespectful to a woman? Will we ever stop every, okay, good. We won't be able to stop those things. So in correlation, we're talking about Queen Latifah. Go back to some of these questions I had for you guys. And the question is rap a male genre? Is rap a male genre? And what do I mean is that, is rap simply a male form of progression? Okay, I got some no's. We already answered this one in our poll. Are female rappers better than men? Okay, got another no there. So what are some of the, it's a more male gender doing it right now. But the question is, are they better? There's a lot of marble mouth rappers out there right now. I'm sure Lauryn Hill would put a lot of these modern rappers to shame with her lyricism. So even though there's more males doing it, what are some of the stereotypes that exist about female rappers? That word stereotype. It's a broad idea. What are some of the stereotypes that exist about female rappers? Is there a overarching like kind of message that? So what are some of the stereotypes? Some of the things that are thought commonly about female rappers? What are some of the stereotypes? Think about right now what's going on today. Think about some of the music that's going on today with female rappers. What are some of the stereotypes that exist about them? Besides the fact that they're not as good as men. Okay, that's what I was looking for, Ahmad. Thank you. Um, there's this stereotype that a lot of them want to try to use the rap genre. Okay, good. Waddell, that kind of overlaps with that authenticity, not being able to have the same experience as a female, so you don't relate to. But what Ahmad said was this idea of the hypersexualization, that they only want to talk about, their bodies and things that have to do with not intellect but the actual physical. You can blame that on you can blame that on just the way our society's set up. But a lot of it is how women have, I don't want to necessarily put any blame on women, but how the genre itself has evolved. Okay. So Latifah means delicate and sensitive. Yeah. And there is a lot of that, talking about drugs, talking about so-called money that they're getting. There's a lot of that going on. And that's why I picked these two ladies, because we're going to look at a video. Let me see if I have enough time left. Yeah, I do. And we're going to look at the lyrics to what she was saying. And we're going to try to find instances of authenticity. We're going to try to find areas that she's talking about social issues and her restraint using intellectualism. So now this song is a message that's more about female empowerment. And I know that I have a male audience. So open your mind a little bit, and try to put yourself, I know it's hard, try to put yourself in somebody else's shoes. So let me see if I can get this to run real quick. I just want you to listen. I want you to tell me what you think, and I'll ask some questions when we're done. All right, we don't want to gamble. Okay.
Those that don't know how to be pros get evicted. A woman could bear you, break you, take you. Now it's time to rhyme. Can you relate to a sister's open up to make you holler and scream?
Yo, let me take it from here, queen. Excuse me, but I think I'm about due to get into precisely what I am about to do. I'm conversating to the folks who have no whatsoever clue. So listen very carefully as I break it down for you. Merrily, 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 hyper, happy, overjoyed. Please, with all the beats and rhymes my sisters have employed. Look, cause throwing down the sound totally a yes. Let me state the position. Ladies first, yes?
Yes.
Ladies first, ladies first. Believe me when I say being a woman is great to see. I know that all the fellas out there will agree with me. Not for being one, but for being with one. Cause when it's time for loving, it's the woman that gets them strong. Stepping, strutting, moving on, rhyming, cutting, and not forgetting. We are the ones to give birth to the new generation of prophets. Cause it's ladies
I
first.
break into a lyrical freestyle. Grab the mic, look at the crowd and see smiles. Cause they see a woman standing up on her own too. Sloppy slouching is something I won't do. Some think that we can't flow. Stereotypes, they got to go.
Got to go.
I'ma mess around and flip the scene into reverse.
With what?
With a little touch of ladies first. Who said that the ladies couldn't make it? You must be blind. If you don't believe one, here, listen to this rhyme. Ladies first, take no time to rehearse. I'm divine and my mind expands throughout the universe. A female rapper with a message to send. The Queen Latifah is a perfect specimen.
My sister, can I get some?
Sure, Moni Love, grab the mic and get dumb.
Yo, praise me not for being simply what I am. Born in L.O.N.D.O. and sound American. You dig exactly where I'm coming from. You want righteous rhyming, I'ma give you some. To enable you to age yourself and get paid. And the material that has no meaning, I wish to slay. Pay me every bit of your attention. Like mother, like daughter, I would also like to mention. I wish for you to bring me to the rhythm. Of which is now systematically given. Desperately stressing, I'm the daughter of a sister. Who's the mother of a brother. Who's the brother of another. Plus one more. All four have a job to do. We doing it respect due to the mother who's the root of it. And next up is me, the MONIELOVE. And I'm first cause I'm an LADIE.
Contact, and in fact, the style it gets harder. Cooling on the scene with my European partner. Laying down track after track. Waiting for the climax. When I get there, that's when I'll tax the next man or the next woman. It doesn't make a difference. Keep the competition coming. And I recite the chapter in verse. The title of this recital is Ladies First. Ladies first. Ladies first. Ladies first. Ladies first. Ladies first. Improvisation on the mic. The scene is right, the crowd is hype. I expel the whack and those who bite. Why? Cause I'm that type, swaying with beats 45 King style. He wants me to sing, but I'll swing so meanwhile. A footnote for the opposite sex. Moni rip the mic, I rock it next. Flex, you never catch me at my worst. You get the drift, it's ladies first.
Okay. Let's see. So, I know we listened to that. I put the lyrics up on on a document. Should be kind of hard to see. Oops. Sorry, guys. Having some issues here. Okay, so there was a couple themes that were going on in her video. Did anyone notice any of the symbolism in the beginning of anyone else that we've talked about in this class? We've talked about black female writers. There was some symbolism, images in her video, trying to show how this builds.
Breaking up.
What's that, Ahmad?
Your whole voice breaking up.
Oh, I'm sorry. Can you guys hear
Your
me?
whole voice breaking up.
All right. Hold on. Am I
There
still
you go.
am I still breaking up?
You go ahead now.
Okay. So when the video started, there was some imagery. Did you recognize any of those women? We've talked about two of them. If you notice when the video started, there was a large picture there. That was, I don't think I'll have time to play it back because we only got 8 minutes. So we'll start off with it next time. I have the link. Let me put the link in the chat for you guys real quick. Maybe I'll just give you some homework to watch the video and answer some questions. Hold on. So this is I think I just put it in. Yes. I think that was just like an empowerment theme. So some of the things I wanted to go over real quick. Well, I can't wonder why I can't get this hyperlink in. I keep pushing it, but it's not going. I would just email it. Let me see if I can get that to Ahmad. Let me see if that'll work. I'm trying to cut and paste the link and it's not working. So that song was about female empowerment. And we saw some images of Angela Davis, Sojourner Truth, Harriet Tubman in the beginning. Absolutely. She dressed in a way where she didn't feel she needed to use her body to sell anything. She simply she used intellectualism. She talked about female empowerment. She talked about stereotypes, about saying that women can't flow, that they can. So that Moni Love, she was also a rapper. She was English, I think, believe in nature, but she was American. But as you can see, that flow of that time was totally different. They weren't talking about selling themselves. They weren't talking about what they had physically. They were talking about empowerment. They were using intellectualism. So they use imagery from all over the world, showing women in positions of power. And when we go back to the lyrics, we don't have enough time right now, but we're gonna go down and look through the lyrics of that song. I'm sure I'll have a different response when I have more females in the room. But that thoughts of, she did not allow herself to become emotional. She thought about her situation, and she used her intellectualism to relay authenticity to her audience. And even though that was probably made in 1988, I want to say, or 1989, the message is still relevant. She said that, they are all, I wish all females like that. Yes, she did. Yes. She had a certain amount of anger, but it was a contained anger. It was, you're not going, just like MC Light said, I'm not having it. I'm not going to have, excuse me, miss, I'm not having it. Excuse me, miss, I'm not having it. Yes, exactly. She really was trying to convey what she wanted you to feel and what she wanted to say. And if you notice that the flow back then was much more articulated. I know a lot of guys today, it's a lot of mumble rapping and a lot of sounds and all kinds of nonsense. But in her raps and a lot of rappers, early rappers, female particularly, there was this sense of, we're going to prove to you that, yes, totally different genre, totally different. This is before, what's that stuff called you guys use now? What is it called? God, I'm old. What's the stuff that T-Pain used to use? Help me.
What you talking about?
What is it called? Auto-tunes? Is it auto-tunes?
Say that shit again.
What's the I think
What
it's
you
called.
say? Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. Did I freeze up again? Uh-oh. Am I frozen?
You're not frozen. I don't think they could hear what you were asking.
Oh man. Okay. Well, I'll just leave it at this juncture because we got about 3 minutes. So I will send you guys a link. I want you to review over the lyrics of both of those songs and give me some feedback. I like the way that you guys are thinking, though, especially Ahmad, about her anger and her flow. It was controlled anger. She used her mind instead of her emotions. And that's the big thing with intellectualism. So authenticity is connecting with an audience with something that's real. Social issues are the things that go on around involving people. Her as a female, she felt disenfranchised. She felt like she was being put in a box. She felt like she was being stereotyped. So she was announcing to the world with other female rappers that they had the same abilities and the same talent as men. Whether that's exactly, she put assertiveness into it. She also put, I think you could simply take that word assertiveness, Ahmad, and remove that and put the word intellectualism. I think that's what I wanted you to get from today. So we will continue. What is today? It's Thursday. So I'll see you guys on Tuesday and Thursday. I'll add to this a little bit more. I may add one more female rapper before we do a checkpoint on female rappers. If you guys have any feedback, just let me know. Darian, are you still here?
Yeah, I'm here.
Okay. The rest of you folks are dismissed. Darian, just stay on with me for a minute so we can figure out your issue with Summit. Thank you, Miss Cat, this morning. Appreciate it.
No problem. Thank you for letting me sit in on class.
And keep that corona on your side of the screen, young lady, because we don't want it.
I do not have COVID.
I'm just messing with you.
Okay. Bye, everyone.
Have a good one.
I know.
All right, Darian, let me, thank you, Lamar, for coming. Appreciate you, bro. Darian, let me look at see what we have here for you. This,
All right.
we'll handle this problem later. Okay, so this is you're my social science class. I got history right after this. Hurt me today. Today, Thursday. That's a lie. I ain't got history till 10:30. Okay, so social science. Let me look up. Let me just see what I have here. Let me see, Darren. If you're left, I'm just going to share the screen with you. Okay, Lamar, you're dismissed. You may go.
You got history class at 11:30 too?
Yeah, 11:30 is my history class. But I was going to share your screen. I just okay there. Okay, that's we cool now. I just didn't want Lamar to be able to see your work. That's all. Okay. All right. So let's go to
Okay.
let's see. Your last name is Gramble, correct?
Gambrell.
Gambrell. Okay. Why am I not seeing you in my on here? Let's see. Let me search students. My God, leave me alone.
Cause when I go, I be going through it. It just say project overview.
I see this. Looks like you're able to. Can you see what I see? It looks like you're able to do something for Miss Hickson. Are you registered for my classes through Summit? Did you put these codes in?
Yeah. All I gotta do is put the enrollment code in, right? Yeah. I got your
These,
U.S. history and your social science.
yeah, these codes right here. These the ones that you had.
Yep.
All right. What we're gonna do is real quick. Let me share. I'm gonna send an
It
email
say
because for some reason you're not. You show up in Summit. Okay, I can see you. I'm gonna share the screen again, show you what I'm looking at.
mhm.
I can see you, but I don't
I'm
see.
that's what both of your classes do.
Yeah, I know. I see that.
That's what my history person too.
Okay. Let me see if you're on the history. Good Lord, y'all sending text messages like there's no tomorrow. Oh, leave me alone. Too early for that. All right. Just like go through the student list and see if I see you. Okay, yeah. Something's wrong here because if you try to submit anything, you can't because it's that's what I'm saying. You're trying to say you're signed, but you're not. It seems like you're not even enrolled in my class on Summit. Do you know
So
Miss?
who class? It say social science.
Yeah, but for some reason it's not. For some
Do I
reason
know who?
you're not on. Do you know Miss Kelsey?
Yeah.
You know her from school. If I asked her to help you, would you
Yep.
mind?
You can actually.
I'm gonna
Come on.
ask Dr. David because it is important. You're coming to class. I see you're here. And you can't get your work in because
I can't do
yeah, no, you can't. So I'm gonna put an email in right now, just making everybody aware that you're
it.
having
Okay.
problems with Summit. That it's not something that you're doing. Okay. So hopefully by
Thank you.
hopefully by history class, somebody will get a hold of you. If not, we'll set
I've
it
been
up.
having a problem since we was doing uh
The assessments.
mm-hmm.
Okay. All right, I got you. I'm gonna make sure it gets taken care of. All right.
Okay. Thank you.
All right. I'll see you 11:30.